Sarah from 17 once again. This is Star Wars Battlefront 2. We're playing Galactic Assault on the map Death Star 2. We are down on our team, and this is a video that I'm going to be sharing after this is nerfed, because this is the exploding shot glitch. So if you don't know, guys, after patch 1.2, the cooldown mods have broken. So on any weapon that has extended cooldown, it doesn't work anymore, so you're back to having as if it's not on your weapon, which is frustrating, but it's not the end of the world. The real bad news is, the explosive shot mods are not applying the correct amount of cooldown to the weapon, so they're firing as if they weren't on, and getting essentially twice the work from something that they shouldn't have at all. And what it's leading to is this. Did you see that? There is no reason on this planet for this weapon to do what it's going to do in this gameplay. But it does because of a glitch. And I was quite looking forward to unlocking it, because usually I don't care about the powerful stuff in this game. I use Palpatine, I used him before the nerf, I've used him after the nerf. I don't feel guilty using him because I've earned him and he's a really, really good character. I don't mind using Leia's alternative fire. I've earned her, I get to wreck shop with her, that's how she works. I don't mind using the Blurg, I don't mind using the Officer, I don't mind using anything that's powerful. I don't use the Starfighters because I think they're bitchy, and I don't use the vehicles because I think they're cheesy, but that's just a personal thing. I don't, care if anyone else uses them, and I understand their use, I just personally dislike them, that's why I choose to not use them. However, this is something else. Like, I was looking forward to get this so I could shit on people and use the heavy, because I barely ever use it now, because it's boring to me, and I don't like its guns. And then I unlocked it, played it for 2 games, and turned it off, and I'm never going to use it again. It's ugly. It's really, really fucking ugly. And you haven't even seen the worst part. The worst part about this is how fast it kills heroes. This shit strips heroes in seconds. It's really sad. Especially if you're a Saber user, because Saber users block blaster shots, right? So you'll think, oh, I'll just block it. But you can't block the explosive splash. So I can kill you as Darth Vader in 1 clip, and you can't do anything. You literally can't do anything. And this shit's good at every range. You don't even have to hit them because of the splash damage. I can shoot at the floor near your feet, around a corner, and I can still kill you. That's how stupid this is, and I never played the first game, so I was never there for the... Watch this! Look at this! How is this in the game? Why is this in the game? But I never saw the Lando bug. I've seen it since. I never experienced it, but it looks stupid. But I think this is worse. And this is worse because there's only one Lando. Right now, every single fucking heavy player you run into on this game is running this gun. Can you imagine what every single person on a team running this piece of shit can do? They don't even have to be good players. You give this gun to a good player, he's going to make the enemy team miserable. You give this to every player on the team, every game... Watch this. Beast. Every game's going to be miserable. And luckily, you only see like 3 or 4 people doing it. Every lobby. And that's a small mercy. Because if it was any more, I can't even imagine it. And we've had this now for a while. It's been a while since this bug has been here, and the thing that really irritates me the most... By the way, guys, you're not going to see any more of that shit. The rest of this is Chewbacca. Chewbacca is 100% nowhere near where he should be balance-wise, but he's not completely broken in Galactic Assault, thankfully. But the thing that frustrates me, right, is every bad player plays heavy, usually. Heavy is generally a sign of a new player or a player that's not experienced, because heavy is one of those classes where you can get a lot of mileage out of it, for very little effort and for very little application of skill. Because it has a lot of splash, it has a lot of high damage stuff, it has the most HP. On paper, heavy looks like the class to go to, but you often find that it really isn't. That's not saying you can't do well with it. I know a lot of good heavy players. I started as a heavy player. But fundamentally, if I bump into a heavy, I will generally beat him. That has changed now with this bug, because bumping into heavy players means that you're going to have to outplay the fuck out of them or you'll die. And it doesn't matter who you are. It really doesn't. If you're a hero, you probably stand less of a chance, because at least as an officer, I can turn their gun off and then they can't shoot me, and then I can kill them and taunt on their bitch asses like they deserve. But if you're a hero, they can take 70 to 90% of your HP before you've even had chance to fire twice. Like with Chewbacca and his standard fire rate, I got half my life stripped from me before I fired a second time. Not in this gameplay, of course, in a different one, but it was pretty rough. Can I finally finish my point? He says to himself. My biggest issue with this problem is there's an interview with one of the developers who talks about the Lando bug in the last game, and before Battlefront 2 came out, DICE said on record that they had a kill switch. They had a kill switch that would enable them from a server-side area of things to remove parts of the game if anything like the Lando bug turned up again. They would just be able to turn it off, just negate it. It wouldn't need a client-side patch, it would just be a server-side patch and they'd be able to do it immediately. Why the fuck have they not got rid of this explosive mod? Why? The only thing I can think of is that the casual market that play this game are now able to compete and are giving them more traffic. Something along those lines. Or DICE themselves are shit at this game and have to use that stupid gun. That's the only thing I can think of. There's no other reason I can think of why they would not kill this mod. It hurts nothing. The DC-15, the gun that they're using, that they have it on, was a really good gun before this happened. The gun itself is pretty good with its mods, and with explosive shot, it was really cool. It was competitive. It was a gun that you could compete with. You could hurt vehicles, you could hurt objectives, you could hurt heroes. You could do good with it if you were good with it. Now, you don't even have to be good with it. Like, now it's fucking a nightmare. And it's every game. It's every single game. And I didn't think I was going to have a big issue with it. I really didn't, because I ran into it and I beat it a lot. And then I played a game on Kashyyyk, and the entire team was doing it against us. And I didn't even have the people on my team doing it to fight it, because you get those folks that are like, oh, if they're going to use it, I'm going to use it. And I get that, I really do. I understand that mentality, but I can't do it in this game for some reason. It's not me. I don't know why. I wish I could. If I could use that class every single game and shit on everybody doing it, I'd love to, but I can't do it. And I don't know why. It's this weird psychology I have. In my mind, if I do that every game, all I'm doing is showing more people how to do that, and all it's going to do is spread it. And it made me really sad when these YouTubers that are quite popular for Battlefront 2 started fucking using it and started showing it, and their excuse was that, you know, I'm going to use it because everybody else does. Because these people don't realise the influence that they have. A lot of people watch their videos. There's some big channels blowing up off of Battlefront. And look at this guy, by the way, giving Chewie a fight. Good for you, dude. And then I froze him and he died. Bless him. But like, even if you're making a video saying this should be nerfed, you're still publicising it. The reason I'm not uploading this is because I don't want anybody to know about this. I don't understand why people on Reddit are bitching about this so much, because all you're doing is telling the people that don't know about this what it is, and they're going to start using it. Because here's a really simple, objective analysis of the player base of this game. 90% of the player base of Battlefront 2 have no idea what they are fucking doing and are not very good at this game. And I don't say that to be angry, I don't say that to be mean, I don't say that to be elitist, I say that because it's true. Every time I'm in a match and I stand still and do nothing in that match, my team loses. Why? Because they're garbage. You will notice on my gameplays that there will generally be one or two other people on my team who do well, sometimes do very well, but that's it. The rest of the board is either new players or people who do not have eyes. And that's what you're dealing with here. And on that rate, I understand why they will use this, because it gives them a fighting chance. Because before, they're not doing anything, they're not helping, they're not being able to play the objective, they're having a frustrating time, and maybe they don't know why they're not doing well, maybe they don't quite have it figured out. But do you know what is a quick fix? Putting on this fucking gun. And that's what everybody's doing. So right now, the game is very miserable for people who play squishy heroes, and for people who play specialist, and for people who do the fun, diverse stuff that this game offers. And all it is right now is no skill aiming, garbage, explosive shot nonsense that DICE said they could kill, yet they're refusing to kill it. Why?